Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bregadon. Let's try to make it back to the ship so we can wrap up Jai's quest, and then we'll see if Calcazar wants to talk. Alright, Breath of Purgation. For each target hit by this flamer's attack, the power of burning inflicted by this flamer's attacks is increased by +3 until the end of combat. And Blackheart Cabal Origin Cable Light Armor. Base armor property, 15% dodge if the wielder's agility is more than 70, and warp property, immune to burning, toxin, and bleeding. Onslaught Amulet. After the wearer uses Press the Advantage, if the wearer still has more than 5 tactical advantage stacks, the next attack ignores deflection. More than 10 tactical advantage stacks also ignores cover. More than 15 tactical advantage stacks also ignores dodge. If the wearer already has the Undisputed Advantage talent, when using Press the Advantage will only spend a quarter of the tactical advantage stacks instead of half. And 3 Immobilizing Grenades. I don't think that flamer that we got is bad. It's just it's not a heavy flamer, so there's no reason to use it. I guess Precise Attack. I don't think I'll use it very often, if at all, but why not? For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, the target's cover efficiency will be reduced by a percentage. This attack will have a percentage hit chance. And we start putting points into strength, but it's a little too late. And for Cassia, let's do Held in My Gaze. The Navigator deals damage to an enemy. The enemy must pass a willpower resistance test or become immobilized until the start of the Navigator's next turn. And Fellowship. She is an officer still.
Shireen, O glorious son of dozens of worlds and billions of subjects, have you come to converse with Jai Haydari about the sweetness of her soul? Or do you wish to speak to a trade representative of the Imperium? Well, does the guise of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse suit me?
Jai remained staunchly serious for a few moments, before filling the bridge with her gentle laughter. You're beautiful no matter the guise, Jai.
It is hard to argue against words as wise as they are sweet, Shireen. Except sometimes guys is mailed with the skin of their unfortunate owners. And the only way to take them off is to tear skin from flesh. That is not something I want. Not anymore.
How's your gang faring, Jai?
Like you need to ask Shireen. These Ashmags and Kashaz are tenacious. They lick their wounds faster than the Aji themselves. Tora finally got an implant for her jaw. Now she can speak properly instead of braying like a toothless donkey. She's been recruiting, strapping guys and gals too, because Falco culled our ranks. May the Aji savage the soul of that interstellar piranha.
You said you wanted to reflect on what has happened.
Oh, yes, Shireen. And here is what I think. Since the day we first met, I have been tossed about like a boat in a storm. Battered, dashed against the rocks, lashed by the waves. And then I was flung onto the shore, and a fabulous gift washed up beside me. A precious pearl of the deep. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale.
Jai gives a vigorous nod. Jai pauses to catch her breath.
And it was not fate, or the glitter of golden bubbles that steered me on that voyage. Oh no. I realize the power of those who hide in the blinding light of luminaries such as yourself, Shireen. The power that lies in being a shadow that upholds order and light by skirting around antiquated laws. I will become that shadow, Shireen. Perhaps I will even be your shadow. Not another pawn of the Kasballica Mission, but a shadow baron of the Expanse in my own right. A power far more imperious and formidable than any penny-pinching steward.
A Shadow Baron. Never hurts to acquire such an ally.
Then it is decided. Starting today, I will sail toward the future I choose. What a thrill it would be to ride the waves wherever they want to take me.
Jai's laughter is infectious, lighthearted, and cheerful like never before. Jai's communication device lights up, indicating an incoming message. She gives you a polite nod, looks away, and focuses on the message that is being transmitted to her comm bead. With each passing moment, her expression darkens. She cuts off the transmission with a nervous gesture. What was it about?
Nothing important, really. Just a small commercial matter.
Jai takes on an unconvincing air of nonchalance. Since when do small commercial matters make you so nervous?
Fine. Maybe it's better to let you know.
She sighs. Shireen, I received an important message. Mercy and the Mission Circle want to see me. Quite the honor. Jai smiles, but you can sense the alarm lurking beneath her usual cheery facade. I won't lie and say it's completely safe, but perhaps you wouldn't mind coming with me. We're the Mission Circle. What is the meeting about? The Circle are the high-ranking agents of the Kasballica Mission. They already know I took Falco's life. They're about to hear that I want to take over his trade. But for that, I need their approval. Why do you want me to go with you? Because Mercy will be there. Jai's face darkens. He settles all disputes and conflicts in the mission. I don't want to go up against him on my own. Why are you so afraid of this Mercy character? Jai takes a deep breath as though preparing to jump. Because I was with him before. He helped me to relocate to the Expanse from the Calixis. And he helped me make a name for myself in the mission, become a cold trader, take Christo's place when he died. But it was more than that. He was my teacher, and my lover. He knew everything about my past, like you do now. I was with him for a long time. I belonged to him heart and soul. But later I wanted a different life, so I left. I can't say for certain that I didn't break his heart as I went. That's why I'm afraid of seeing him again. If he hasn't forgiven and forgotten, he'll try to dominate me again. And I'm not so sure that I'll be able to stand up to him. Not because I love him, but because I once idolized him. Of course I'll come with you. Thank you. It means a lot. Jai closes her eyes in relief. It won't keep you away from important matters. Oh, we're going right now. Okay. I don't know that bringing your current romantic partner is the best idea, but what do I know? Tense faces turn toward you. The faces of people who are hard-nosed, hard-fisted, and hard-hearted. The cult traders maintain a deferential silence, which is broken only by the hiss of the smoldering Iho roll-up being smoked with relish by a dark-haired, aristocratic-looking man in a sumptuous coat. Octaviana, who is seated next to the regal-looking stranger, quietly but in a commanding voice declares, "The seats have been claimed. Now we discuss the trade." Her words sound weight, the opening of a ritual litany. Sound weighty, baby? Jai, her face frozen into a battle mask, glares at the dark-haired stranger, responds with a subtle, patronizing smile. Survey the people in attendance. The peddlers of the cold trade sit in meek silence. When the dark-haired man's gaze casually falls on them, their heads drop lower. Jai, with her chin raised, seems to be the only refutation of this man's absolute superiority, but her strained expression makes it clear that she is not unaffected by his presence either. The stranger exudes aristocratic hauteur. He takes drags of the fragrant Iho with visible gusto, his fingers idly playing with the button on his jacket, and from time to time smiling enigmatically at his own thoughts. The prize thugs of the Expanse are already here, I see. And greetings to you too, your lordship. We're delighted to welcome a guest of your stature, even one uninvited and so discourteous. But then, he who never remembers an insult, never takes up the burden of retribution. The dark-haired man smiles at you with cold civility, and it seems even slightly condescension. It should be slight condescension? Or slightly condescending. Ajai's voice is low and threatening. Choose your words carefully, Mercy. People with greater prudence than you have died for a slip of the tongue in the rogue trader's presence. And we have a space wolf, so be careful. The circle will hear Jai, Amira, Fathreen, Tamara, Ash, Efreet. Sorry, it's Ifrit, not Efreet. Mercy pronounces all of your companions' names with deliberate meticulousness, never taking his laughing eyes off her. I'm laying claim to Falco's business, his territory, and his crew. He tried to take mine and he lost, so now I will take his. I want the circle to endorse my claim. Jai continues the staring match with Mercy, aiming every word at him like a bullet between his eyes. Is that so? Frowning, Mercy exchanges a look with the other cold traders. As they're reading some kind of answer in their glassy eyes, he shakes his head. Can the circle agree to that? After all, Falco's sentence was not handed down by us, but by you alone. Does that mean you now speak for us and instead of us? A dangerous proposition. I advise against getting into a dispute with a rogue trader. The consequences for you would be very unpleasant. It'd be foolish to pass up the mountain of money that would come with friendship with the Von Valances dynasty. Jai's polite words are not enough to gloss over the previous threat, and it seems they were not intended to do so. Now the cult traders are looking at you and only you. It seems they are more afraid of you than Mercy. Well, if his name wasn't Mercy. We're traders, not fighters. We prefer the language of deals over the language of battles. But that does not mean we can be intimidated. Well, tell that to your other comrades. Your peers, they seem a little scared of me. Our organization operates in the shadows. We're used to opposition from the powers that be. We keep our blades sheathed, but give us cause to show you how sharp they truly are, and you will sorely regret it. Such knowledge is enough to poison the mind. I'm certain that Jai's management of Falco's assets will be more profitable for the Kasballica. Falco was sloppy. He paid too much attention to. Jai shoots Mercy a sardonic smile. Side projects. My network of contacts is larger. My patron is more powerful. Another venomous smile. I guarantee that revenue will increase by at least a third. The cult trader's eyes dart to each other. You can tell by their faces that Jai's words have hit their mark. But an imperious and slightly irritated gesture from Mercy brings a silent flare of conversation to an end. Money can't buy a new head to replace one that's full of bullets. You're asking us to set a dangerous precedent. You're putting a bejeweled grenade in our hands, Shireen. You do not fail to notice the way Jai's shoulders shudder in Mercy's last word. Perhaps one of the senior traders wishes to say their piece, or is he the only one who gets to speak around here? Mercy casts a genial look over the cold traders. I'm the most senior ranking person here, your lordship. Didn't you explain this to your companion, Jai? The smuggler's given name, rolls off Mercy's tongue with easy familiarity. If you are so concerned with showing respect for seniority, you'll be comforted to know that I have held my position far longer than you have yours. In the eyes of the mission, we are tools, carefully selected and arranged. One may be employed for their craft and acquisition of profit, another for protection and bloodshed. I'm used for dispute resolution and oversight, and for bloodshed, though only on rare occasions. As such, no other voice but mine will sound in your ears. Octaviana, now's the time to remember your fondness for Jai, if you do indeed have any. Casting her eyes down and pointedly not looking at Jai, Octaviana grimly states, "My power is power that is given to me by the organization. Following the rules is my payment for that power." Smiling smugly, Mercy addresses Jai silkily. You remember the rules once too. I trust that, with sage guidance, we can refresh your memory and revive your fidelity to our laws. Jai, perhaps you have an argument to support your claim. Jai takes a deep breath and with compelling seriousness says, "You did not stop Falco from robbing me. You did not stop him from killing my friends. Has the Circle voted for my removal? Not as far as I know. Either you admit that you allowed Falco to break the rules, or you have to act like they still matter. According to the rules, Falco was out of line, and I punished him. On your behalf, let's say. So his trade is my trophy, the Circle's reward for my trouble." Mercy's laughter, velvety and appealing, causes Jai's brow to furrow in torment. You listened well, Shireen. You found yourself accused, so you cast an accusation in return. A logical move. What vox will pick up your voice in the void? What friends will repeat Jai Haidari's words spoken here? The rogue traitor? No. What friends in the organization? You have none, though you once did. Mercy's gaze on Jai is patronizing and strangely sympathetic. Lower your voice. Jai, you want to get what is rightfully yours. Now's the time to show your teeth. Jai's reply is a whispered warning. Only if I'm going to sink them into his throat. Otherwise, I'll pull my teeth and keep them as trophies. Trust me, Mercy is the vengeful sort. I give Jai an encouraging smile. You're not going to let them fleece you, are you? You have a backup plan. Jai responds with a brittle smile. The ease with which you read my heart frightens me, Shireen. The crashing sounds of doors being kicked in and screams fill the room. The sharp tang of burning physaline hangs in the air. The cold traders freeze, giving the barrels pointed at them their full attention. An unfamiliar expression appears on Jai's face, the look of a satisfied predator. Mercy, do you remember what you always scolded me for? You're too quick to deny the thought that you might deserve something, Shireen. That's what you said. Thank you for the lesson. This time I will not be humble. Falco's contracts are mine. Falco's crew is mine. Speak up if you disagree. The rest of you, at ease. Only short and bloody songs are born to the sound of weapon fire. You think you can force, The whistle of the bullet that flies just past Mercy's ear makes him swallow the rest of his florid speech. You could have warned me. I wasn't sure what I would do, but you helped. Jai's face is very close to yours. Kiss me. I kiss Jai. Jai's lips burn against yours, leave behind the taste of tart wine balanced with honey sweetness. He kisses you with the desperation of a woman who has found a sip of water moments before she dies of thirst. The world stops for several moments, but out of the corner of your eye you can see Mercy's face twist into a pained grimace. There's the Jai I remember, when he first joined my retinue. Breaking through the avalanche of the past that was covering my grave was not easy, Shireen, but I have risen. Have you got the message, Mercy, or do you still have objections? Lepka knew Iho roll up between his pearly white teeth. Mercy coolly replies, I am not an idiot. I'm not going to argue with the rogue trader and a loaded auto pistol. Despite Mercy's strange sang-froid, it is clear to you that this is a man unaccustomed to enduring such indignities, and equally unaccustomed to forgiving those who have wronged him. I don't know if Jai wants us to kill Mercy. We know he's going to come after us. You still see Jai as the girl who needed your protection. Forget that girl. She's a different person now. Mercy winces in pain at your words, his face no longer guarded by the lavish armor of his self-assurance. After tossing a wary look at Jai, receiving an affirmative nod from her, he sighs heavily. It is true. She is a different person now. I do believe we can consider this meeting closed. Any objections? Don't think so. Our trading is concluded. The circle will not obstruct Jai Haidari's claim. Turning away from the table, Octaviana privately winks at Jai and whispers, What took you so long?
Ah, Shireen. The burden of a trade representative of the Imperium is a hefty one, especially when said representative is dabbling in the cold trade on the side. Whew, it is exhilarating, as if everyone suddenly became allies and enemies at the same time. So how are you doing, oh precious apple of my eye?
Jai is enthusiastically comparing records on a gilded data slate with fresh reports coming in from Footfall. When she notices you, Jai smiles and puts them aside.
Oh, I have no... Ah, Shireen. Oh.
Okay, so I wonder if we have to go back to Footfall to speak to Kalkazar, or if there'll be an event if we travel between systems. Brochure. The elderly man in front of you is moving with the noiselessness of an experienced servant. He bows primly and says in a raspy voice, "The Lord Inquisitor told me to let you know that it'll be his pleasure to see your lordship at his palace. There are matters of the utmost urgency that he wishes to discuss. He hopes you will find the time to meet him in the near future." Who are you? My name is Frosher, your lordship. I have the honor of being the Lord Inquisitor's orderly. The man is unarmed and wearing no Inquisition insignia, but the military sharpness of his upright posture suggests he's a servant who doubles as a bodyguard. I will visit the Lord Inquisitor as soon as I can. I'll pass the good news to the Lord Inquisitor. The man bows respectfully again. I was trying to say the lordship. Too many lords and lordships and lorderlies and other lord words. Now let's fix our formation real quick.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Reverend Hieronymus is bowed in prayer. His brow is furrowed, his eyes are filled with grief that he does not attempt to hide. Greetings, young Von Valancius. I'm offering my prayers to the Emperor for the souls that were robbed of a chance to serve him for a little while longer. All that consoles me is knowing that their final moments were those of anguish and thus of sublimation. What brings you to me? What do you think of the justice I served, Reverend? The Legion and his accomplices found the retribution they deserved. My heart rejoices at the thought of the justice delivered, yet it grieves me that Vladimir could not find it in himself to follow the path of repentance. With his intellect and resolve, he could have become a worthy servant of the Emperor, if only he had applied his talents.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Let us not dawdle.
The Lord Inquisitor will see you now. I don't think all the guards had to draw their guns at the same time like that.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll speak to Xavier Calcazar and see what he wants. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.